babe.
Traffic jam.
Drip like
Jam.
water, water,
Hit the
water.
brake.
Beep, beep.
Drip like
Jam.
water, water.
Hit the brake.
Beep, beep. Get out of my way!
Yo, what want me youth?
You're watching The Traffic Jam.
Well, welcome everybody once again to Traffic Jam. Again, I'm not your regular host. I'm just filling in. My name is Mark the Movie, and I want to introduce our illustrious guest we have for today. We have my guy from the other side of the world. I always say you can make me laugh in multiple languages. I'm coming to a nightclub near you. My guy, Prasanna Joshi.
Hey, what's up?
Last but not least, a very funny young lady I recently became acquainted with. Coming to a nightclub near you also, Miss Algiers Diamond.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing, Traffic Jam? Because it's Black History Month.
So there's enough people of color with money, influence, and know-how to create a prestigious show for us. Like, why don't we do it?
Why don't we have our own NFL? Like, why won't we have our own football leagues? And it's dominated by Black athletes. Come on now. You already know the answer for that. Like, that we'll get blackballed out of everything. They won't be able to get the roles. They won't be able to get on networks. They won't be able to get deals, movie deals. Just it's easy to do that, and it's very easy to find people who are hungry for your spot that are willing to be, minimalized and treated unequally just because they hunger for being a celebrity or being in that spotlight.
So you're saying it's fair?
Man, it's always fear. It's always fear. Think about when we were protesting. They were like, well, you're protesting, you can protest this, but you better be at work, or you better not leave work, and stuff like that. They dangle your opportunity for living a normal life, or living a healthy or a mentally wealthy life above you, so that people are so fearful of doing the right thing or doing anything that will cause a shift in their industries.
So I agree with you 8,000%. And most people don't look at this the way I do. But I'll share with you. Like, a lot of people were excited when Jackie Robinson so-called broke the color line. And in 1947 was the first black person to play in Major League Baseball. I frowned on that. Because what happened the next year that a lot of people don't know is Satchel Paige went over the next year in 1948. He was Rookie of the Year. He was like 42 years old. And then someone else went, and someone else went. And guess what happened in the Negro Leagues? Gone.
Disappeared.
Josh Gibson has 900 career home runs. It's more than any Major League Baseball player. But he played in Negro Leagues. So Jackie Robinson breaking the color line, yes, that's great for integration, but now you're playing in their house by their rules and their standards. And if they want to let you play, you play. If they want to blackball you, you're blackballed. So now you're controlled. So
Absolutely.
the fear factor is real, and until we realize the power that we have collectively, I think we're always going to be like that.
You're watching The Traffic Jam.
Um, uh, Prasanna,
Hey,
um, have you always lived here
no, I grew up in India. I was born in Kuwait. I grew up in India. I moved here in 2014. Moved to the
in
US.
2014? My question, I have a question for you. What was what were you told about Black people while you were in India?
Yeah, so growing up in India, I was aware of the history of the US, probably because of the circles I was around in the school that I went to. And there were parallels drawn between the caste system in India and the challenges with race in the US. Not to equate the two, but some of the similar wrongdoings with the lower caste system in India, there were parallels drawn. And so I had the awareness, but obviously coming here and then paying attention to the conversation here made me aware of the extent of that. So yeah, there was some conversations in India, but you had to really pay attention to really be aware of the extent of it. I didn't know about it, the extent, until I got here.
I asked you that because of what Mark was saying, as far as he wishes that Jackie Robinson would not have, crossed the color line and stuff, because like literally there is I'm not sure who started or who said it or where it came from, but I know that it is actually something that is very funny online, where, because it's Black History Month, where they were like, we fought to be in these restaurants. You know what I'm talking about, Mark? Like, we fought to be up to these restaurants. We got bit by dogs. People were used hose pipes on us. Like, we got beaten, hung, and killed to sit in a restaurant, and the motherfuckers can't even cook. Like, literally, like, their food don't even taste as good as what we could do for ourselves. Like, we fought to be in their leagues when we were better athletes. We fight to be on their stages when we're better entertainers. We fight to be celebrated by them when we're better musicians. And Black and brown people, we just have a sauce. We have our own. Everybody has their own traditions. Like, I know, in Bollywood in India, y'all can dance. Like, you have something that is celebrated. Your family is celebrated. Your life is celebrated. Just where you come from is celebrated. And we are fighting to be celebrated by people who have no fucking culture. Excuse me, they have no culture. We have culture. We have seasonings. Your shit might be too spicy, Prasanna Pras, but we have culture.
100%. The spices is what got England to India, and then there was unfortunate 250 years. But I like what you said. There were similar stories when the English were in India. There were actual signs which are famous outside of movie theaters which said Indians and dogs not allowed. And this was while they were in India. And so I was like, if you would have let the Indians in, maybe the movies would have gotten better, No, I'm just kidding. But
yes, absolutely. Don't just kid it. You absolutely. If you would have did, y'all would have put some sauce on their shit,
I say I don't like listening to conspiracy theorists, and but sometimes they're interesting, right? So when I was in high school, we had a Black history class. I didn't want to take it because I thought it was stupid. I thought history was history. Like, what do you mean Black history? This is, the mind of 16-year-old Mark. But now I see that there are a whole bunch of things that are purposely left out of history that should be American history of Blacks' contribution to this country, that is on purpose. It's not a conspiracy in someone's, that's on purpose. It's obviously on purpose. If I ran down the things that Black inventors made, and I hate to say this, I just found out a couple days ago that a Black person invented the spark plug.
Oh, wow. I did not know that you did not know that. Okay, well, I got something for you. Let me get it because it's right here in this office. This is my husband loves bourbon. This is Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest was shucks. Uncle Nearest actually taught Jack Daniels how to make Jack Daniels. He was the distiller. He knew how, he was a master distiller. He did all of the work. But back then, they could not give a Black man credit for that. And so there is a Black woman, her name is Fawn Weaver. She and her husband was in the music industry. They're big time. You look her up. They bought and found out about Uncle Nearest. She did her research. She went and found his family. She talked to his great niece or great niece or something like that. They found the recipe and started this distillery in Nashville, Tennessee. And when I tell you this shit better than Jack, this is better than Jack. It's so good. And you will have to go there to see how it's made and hear the history. It is absolutely amazing. But I said all that to say that's how most things were created. Did you know that a Black man actually created the airplane? Boom. It was stolen from him. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, because what happened was when Black people started creating and building and inventing, white people decided to make the patent office. And they held and owned the patents. But they had to use the Black person that invented it in order to explain how it was made and how it worked. Same way with the spark plug. So the patent wound up making the money, not the inventor. Just like the Black man who invented the filament for the light bulb wasn't Benjamin Franklin and all that shit. Knock it.
Well, guys, this was a great talk. I love having you guys on. Real quickly, Praz, where you gonna be at?
I'm gonna be at the comic strip this Wednesday and the following Wednesday, and I'll be, those are the two shows I have lined up.
Algiers?
I will be at Mike Divas doing my thing in Silver Spring, Maryland on this Friday with some very talented women. It's an all-women show for the Sprung Comedy Festival.
Traffic jam.
Drip like
Jam.
water.
Hit the brake. Beep, beep.
Drip like
Jam.
water.
Hit the brake. Beep, beep. Get out of my way!
Yo, what want me youth?